What if one night you looked up and saw two suns in the sky? What if Jupiter, the king of planets, suddenly burst into flame and became a star? Would our planet burn? Would the solar system be torn apart? Or would something even stranger happen? Tonight, we are going to run the simulation and find out what would really happen if Jupiter became a star. To understand this, we first need to ask, could Jupiter even ignite in the first place? Deep inside Jupiter's swirling clouds, the pressure is immense. It's mostly made of hydrogen, the same stuff that fuels our own sun. But to become a star, something very specific needs to happen. Atoms of hydrogen have to be crushed together with such incredible force that they fuse into helium. This process, called nuclear fusion, releases a tremendous amount of energy. That energy is what makes stars shine. Our sun can do this because it's gigantic. Its gravity is so powerful that it crushes its own core to a staggering 15 million degrees Celsius. That's the magic number for fusion. Now, Jupiter is a giant, no doubt. At that point, you're not looking at a planet anymore. You're looking at a proper star. But this is a what-if scenario. So let's cheat. Let's imagine we could magically feed Jupiter more and more gas from space. We pile on mass until its gravity becomes unstoppable. Its core begins to compress under the unimaginable weight. The temperature climbs. 1 million degrees, 3 million, 5 million, and then it happens. At the heart of the gas giant, nuclear fusion ignites. Jupiter is reborn, not as a brilliant yellow star like our sun, but as a much smaller, cooler, and dimmer red dwarf. But it is, undeniably, a star. But orbits are all about mass and gravity. Even if we beefed Jupiter up by 80 times its current mass to make it a star, it would still only have about 8% of the sun's total mass. The sun would absolutely remain the gravitational boss of the solar system. Earth would continue to orbit our original sun almost exactly as it did before. Our year would be the same length. Our seasons would be the same. There would be some minor gravitational nudges, sure. The asteroid belt might get a little stirred up. Some comets could be sent on new, potentially dangerous trajectories. But Earth's orbit itself, remarkably stable. We'd stay right where we are. So if our orbit doesn't change, what would we actually see from the ground? We would have two suns in our sky, but it wouldn't be like the famous scenes from science fiction. Jupiter is incredibly far away. Even as a brand new red dwarf star, its light would be faint by the time it reached us. During the day, you probably wouldn't even notice it. It might look like a slightly too bright star, easily lost in the glare of our own powerful sun. But at night, everything changes. The night sky would be transformed forever. This new star, our second sun, would dominate the darkness. It would shine as a brilliant, permanent, ruby-red point of light. It would be far brighter than Venus, brighter than any star we see today. True, deep darkness might become a thing of the past. Okay, a second sun in the sky must mean we're going to heat up, right? Scientists estimate that global temperatures on Earth might rise by a fraction of a degree. It would be measurable by our instruments, but for life on the surface, it would be almost completely unnoticeable. No firestorms, no scorched Earth, just a slightly warmer planet. But while life on Earth would go on more or less unchanged, the outer solar system would be completely revolutionized. For billions of years, these distant worlds have been frozen solid. But now, with a new star in their neighborhood, everything changes. The icy moons of Jupiter and Saturn could enter a new golden age. Surfaces that were once colder than Antarctica might warm up enough for ice to melt into liquid water, forming vast, alien oceans. Thin atmospheres could begin to form around these newly awakened worlds. Places that were once silent, dead, and irrelevant in the search for life would suddenly become the most promising candidates in the entire solar system. The habitable zone, the region where life could exist, wouldn't just be around our sun anymore. A second, more distant habitable zone would form around Jupiter. Humanity's future might not be in escaping the solar system, but in migrating deeper into it. For eons, Jupiter has acted as our solar system's gravitational bodyguard. The cosmic shield could become a cosmic slingshot. Comets and asteroids that were once in stable orbits could be knocked loose. Some objects that would have safely missed us might now be redirected straight toward the inner solar system, including Earth. We could see a new era of cosmic impacts, a threat we thought was long behind us. So what's the final verdict? You expect an apocalypse. You expect chaos and destruction. But the surprising truth is, the solar system is just so incredibly vast. For us, here, life would go on. But our understanding of the cosmos and our place in it would change forever. Imagine it. For all of human history, we've lived under one sun. Now imagine a future where we live in a system with two. Children would grow up seeing twin dawns and twin sunsets. A constant warm red light would hang in the night sky. And out in the cold, dark frontiers of our solar system, new oceans would be forming on worlds we once thought were dead. If Jupiter became a star, the story of life on Earth might not end. It might just be the beginning of a new chapter, somewhere else. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this cosmic journey, be sure to subscribe for more.